Woo! Alrighty. Well, I better actually let people know that we are live. I can't believe it. It's been so long since I've been live. Oh, it's kind of weird. Feels weird. Let's just do that. Everyone, and see if people want to. Oops, I don't know how to spell. There we go.
Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Everyone, let's join. There we go. Okay. Well, I guess I should probably also grab a link to that stream. This is kind of an interesting little, man, I'm so bad at this, I don't even remember how to do it. YouTube. Make sure everything's working. Okay. Oh, man. This is all up in my way, too. Okay. Content. Yep, looks like it's working there. And let's see. And yes, sir, welcome. Hi to you too. Man, it has been so long since I've done anything like this, and I don't even remember how to talk. I just want to make sure. Yeah, that's fine. Alrighty. So today I am just going to be working on a project in Armory3D. I haven't worked in Armory in quite a while, so I thought it'd be fun to make a little project. I got about 1 or 2 hours that I can just put into this, and it's already 4:30. It took me forever to set this up. So let's see if we got ourselves a cube. And I'm probably gonna have to adjust myself here, depending, because we are gonna have our logic editor. So I'm just gonna start by making myself a layout. We'll do the logic, make that nice and easy. There we go. Then let's go, okay, logic, and we'll drag that down. Make a logic node editor. My water's in the way. Okay. Alrighty. So we got it in place. I actually don't even know what kind of game I want to make. It's kind of just a hello world project, so maybe we'll make the cube spin. If anybody has any ideas, I'd love to hear them. Okay. It's like, work with me with lo-fi music. Yeah, I don't know. Is it okay music? I tried to find some stuff that was okay to stream with. I'm not entirely sure what is all with the copyright and all that stuff. What's good with it? Well, I guess let's just make a character that can walk around. So let's scale this plane, say 10 for now. And I think we got to make this a rigid body and make it passive. So in Armory, I'm pretty sure the physics are actually just the built-in physics engine for Blender, instead of having its own game engine physics. Some stuff. Oh yeah, what are you working on? What kind of projects? I haven't been working on too much. I actually lost a ton of projects recently, and which was really sad, but it's kind of what inspired me to do this live stream and work on a man, I having some difficulties. Work on a Armory project. So many difficulties. Alright, let's make a new, let's go over here, object, Armory trait, We'll do nodes. And new tree, we'll call this player movement. Movement. There we go. Sweet. So, I guess I'm kind of a top-down game kind of guy. Like, I feel like all of my projects are top-down. I'm just not a big fan of FPS stuff. I love playing FPS games, I just don't like making them. But maybe I should make like a parkour FPS game, just to get out of my comfort zone. Oh. Also, maybe I should make a timer for the chat. Maybe. Alrighty. Player movement, let's just get the character going with the WASD. So we'll apply our movement. And let's just do a key down, the keyboard. And I'm not sure if the usual way that I do movement in the Blender game engine works in here. So let's just add a math in here and see if this actually works. Because I want to be able to normalize it. So we'll do math, we'll do a combine. Maybe it's not called combine. Is it called, we'll get a vector. Okay, so we got a vector, so that, okay, it's just called vector in this. Horror game just as a beginner. So you're making a horror game? I've always wanted to do a horror game. In fact, I got a project going, but I never really got all that far into it. I feel like it wouldn't be too difficult to do a horror game. In fact, it might actually be fun. Maybe we should do a horror game. Do some horror game mechanics. It's just the assets. Like for me, I'm not really good at doing horror game assets. And as far as modeling goes, and I always kind of shied away from using other people's assets. I've never been an asset user. My style is a little bit more cartoony. But maybe it'd be fun. Maybe I should just go on to itch and see if I can't find any assets that would be good for it. Just to try making one. Oh, I'm bumping my microphone. Hey Square Peg, welcome to the stream. And hello to you too. Alrighty. What am I doing? Okay, so we got this. Let's do W, and we'll just make a S key here. So let's figure out our movement direction. So I want to move on the forward Y. It's kind of my main objective here. For me, I like to make all my projects where the character actually moves on the Y-axis, so going forward Y. I don't know why. It's because when you press 7 on the numpad, Y is the forward direction. So that's why I always do that. But let's connect these values in, and we'll set this to subtract. So we're taking the basically we're taking the input of our key and using it as a true or false value, which is making just a 0 or 1. And then we can multiply that value to change the speed of our character. So that's pretty nice. So let's make this a subtract. So we'll be subtracting one key from the other. And we will be doing W and S on the Y-axis. Move this down. Then we can duplicate this and put the result into the X, like so, for the A and D key. So now we need to take this and we need to get a vector math. Do vector math, and we want to, in fact, actually, maybe it's not a vector. So I gotta, oh, normalize, yep, perfect. Welcome. We are all Blender rats at some point, especially anybody who sits on Blender for more than 2 hours at a time. Alrighty, so we're gonna normalize our vector, so we're gonna make that a flat 0 or 1, and this will also make it so if you press if you press W and D at the same time, your diagonal movement will be normalized. So we want to make sure that happens. Unless you want to make some epic speedrunner games where people can speedrun faster by going diagonally. It's totally totally up to you. Alright, so we're going to keep that as a combined vector, and then we want a, let's see, I don't think it's called movement, so let's go object, and we'll do a, actually, is there a transform here? Okay, object transform, nope, not what I want. Apply, so we got apply force, we don't have a movement, I don't think. Yeah, going live on YouTube. I couldn't imagine trying to go live on Discord. I like just even like between friends, going live on Discord is always a pain for me. I don't know why, and it doesn't look very good. In fact, I'm actually curious. How's the bitrate? Oh, sorry. Maybe. Oh, here. You know what? Let me throw a link in the Discord just to let people know, because I guess that would make sense. I don't want people thinking that it's just in there. Let's see if I go here. We can get a shareable link and drop this in here. Let's edit this post. And oops, I forget that Discord, you can't just press enter to drop a line. Shift enter. There we go. And confirm. Perfect. Okay, now the link is in Discord. So anybody can join from there. Alrighty. Awesome. Okay, back to what we're doing here. I gotta remember how to move the player, transform. How do you do it in Armory? Object. Set. I don't want to set it. Transform. Set object transform? Nope, that's just going to set a position. Oh, translate. I think it's called translate in here. Okay. Let's do translation. Translate object. Okay, let's try that. We got the result that'll go into the vector. And do we have, so our event list, we can do, or input keyboard. I guess we'll, because I kind of only want it to happen, I only want, yeah, apply movement. Yeah, apply movement would work, but I'm in Armory3D and not UPBGE. So, since, and they have different names for stuff, it all does the same stuff, it just has different names. Otherwise, yeah. And I try to stay away from set, like, yeah, you could set the linear velocity, but I don't know, you sometimes end up with issues, especially with dynamic objects with the linear velocity. And objects with physics. Otherwise, yeah, I think translate object. Yeah. Okay, so we need a input from the keyboard. So whenever we get a input from the keyboard, we got cursor, gamepad. We don't want touch inputs. We want get input start or get keyboard started. I'm having a hard time finding stuff. I guess I should have tried to make an actual project before I streamed. I just want to get the input. Let's try get the keyboard started. I don't know if that'll actually work. And then we can leave this blank for the actual character, because we don't need to select it since the script is already selected on it. And we want this on the local axis. There we go. So I think I can save this, clean my project, and then press play. And then I have to wait the 12 seconds it's going to take for the project to actually start. Okay. Okay, and it's on the other screen. Here is the project. It is huge. Might have to... I can't scale it, I don't think. Nope, that just sent it away. Okay. Nothing is currently happening. So, let's see why that is happening. Let's just try an on update. On update node. And see if that'll work. I'm pretty sure I did this before. Save that and press play again. This is the only thing I don't like about Armory3D, is the amount of time it takes to compile. Like in UPVGE, it's just pretty much instant. Oh, you can see that. That just launched it. Okay, so that worked. Now we need to actually get another, we need to duplicate this math node here, and we want to multiply. And I want to grab the delta time. Let's see, delta, float, delta, interpolate. Now, let's see, time, get time, get date and time, get application time. Yep, there we go. So we got that. I'm gonna grab this vector. Maybe not. Let's just multiply, and we're going to multiply these values by like 0.1. We'll mess with the delta vector. Nothing is in the object field. Oh, yeah, so nothing in the object field is actually okay. So in Armory3D, if, to say, like, do a self object, so you want to reference the object self, you can leave it empty if the script is applied to that object. Otherwise, like say I wanted to apply this to a different object in the scene, I would have to select it like that. You can also select the object that you're talking about, like the player, but it is not necessary. In fact, I want to actually move this camera back a little bit so I can see a little bit better. So that's 37, that's fine. Okay, so let's try that again. Woo! Okay, let's see. Okay, now we can actually move the character. Oh, and you guys can't see it because it's on my other screen. There we go. So you can see I can actually move my character now. Okay, but I don't know. Let's see. I think some of my keys might be inverted. Let's go camera up, Control 0, and we'll try that again. I might actually do the, I might have to set, I got 4 warnings. So I'm gonna have to check my, okay, forward and back are right, but my A and D key are backwards. So we gotta fix that. Okay. So A and D, I just have to flip these values around. So. And that will fix that. Now let's see what these warnings are. I got a couple of warnings on my, let's see. 4 warnings occurred. Well, it would be awesome if I could actually see what they are. Toggle console. Okay, let's see what kind of warnings we got here. 4 warnings. Hello and... Okay, there they are. Socket does not match logic tree player movement node. Math socket. Okay, so it's getting angry at me because I have the red sockets plugged into the math sockets. I'm not sure how much of a problem that is. But I think what I can do is output. We can do switch output, random output, output sequence. Let's do output to Boolean, and I think if I do that, it should not freak out anymore. So let's try that. I just tried to press P to play. Armory noob here. Okay. Let's see if this will still work. Okay, our movement keys still work, which is good. Okay, and let's see, I think the errors might have gone away. Yep, no more errors. Just the old ones. Probably make it clear itself. So, yeah, you just have to change it to an actual value and not just use the output socket. But that works, so let's make this, let's group this node. Control J, and then we will F2, and call this movement. All right, we are on our way to having a player. So right now we don't have any physics on this character, so we can't do a jump yet, but that's pretty easy to fix. We'll just go in here, rigid body, it's currently on active. I'm going to do a box collider. And I'm actually going to scale it down like so, and then scale it up. So scale Z, and we'll do 2. Make it 2 units tall, like so. And then for the plane, I also want to set that to box. It's on passive. And I think that should be okay. But for the player, we don't want the player to fall over. I'm pretty sure if we press play and try to move around, the character is going to topple over in the current state. So let's press play. So, and we have our player. But I think if we walk off the edge, yep, okay. Didn't fall over, but if we add angles and stuff, I'm pretty sure. So we need to change the angular factor to 0. Angular friction needs to be 0, and these need to be 0. Like so. Okay. I think that should be fine now. To add a jump, I think we're just going to, let's see, I don't think they have the jump. Yeah, there is no jump node. So we're just going to apply force. So. Then we'll grab a keyboard. And we'll just do a on started. And the Z, we'll just add 1. And let's see. Will this work? We need something for the time that it takes. Am I getting any kind of jump? I am not. Doesn't look like it. Maybe 1 wasn't enough. How much force do you think a character needs? Let's just set it to 100 and then see if that'll work. And then my camera is straight down, but I think we will do this and put the camera like that. Okay. And I would use, like, Armory does have a feature where you can do a live feed and do live changes, but every time I use it, it ends up crashing eventually. So, oh, you can see it, just a sliver of a jump, and that's at 100. Oh, if I keep pressing, we can Flappy Bird fly very slowly. So let's see, we need to set this to something like 500. And that's probably still going to be too little. But we also need to make, we're going to have to use a gate. So we're going to have to make it so we have to be colliding with the floor before we can jump. So let's just add a collision. Is that what it's called here? Or is it touch? I think it might be touch. Nope, that is for, okay, that's not it either. Object. Is it under physics? No? What's a collision? Does anybody know what collision's called in Armory? Collider? Collide? Collision? Touch. What is it called? Oh, on contact. That's what it's called. On contact. So we'll do on contact. We need a gate. And this gate is going to the art and so gate so, and let's see, so space is going to be, oh, maybe we don't need a gate. How we gotta do this? Oh, you know what, we will use a gate, but what we'll do is we need to make a property. So to do a property in Armory, let's see, let's add a boolean. We need a boolean right here, and we'll duplicate this. Then, oops, there we go. The first boolean is going, so we're going to take the first boolean, and that's going to be our actual object we're going to set, or the actual property we're going to set, and then the second one is going to be what it's checking for. So we want this to be true, so is on ground is going to be true. And the second boolean, we're going to go to Armory. We're going to go new var from node. We'll call this is on floor, or we'll do is on ground. I think most people use that, is on ground. And we can use this as a getter and a setter, so we can set it and get it. And it is a little bit strange. For some reason, Armory always, like, the property thing kind of weirded me out. There are some good tutorials on properties, so maybe I can see about putting those in the Discord later for anybody who's interested in Armory. Let's see. So we're going to want to say when we are on the ground, that's going to set it. So let's get a setter, and we're going to do on contact. So when on contact, and we're going to say RB1, which is going to be our player. So we'll leave that blank, and then we'll say the floor or plane is going to be our RB2. And then we will duplicate this Boolean over here. So when we are on the floor, we will set it to true, and we'll do a else, or maybe we can't do an else. How do we do that? False? False? How am I going to do that? Can I invert it? Invert output. There we go. So let's see if the invert output, and then we will take this, duplicate it, put it like that. We can go under here, set it to false, and then do output into the set. Alrighty, so let's see what that does, if anything. What is the best way to actually tell? Oh, we can print it. That's what we'll do. Okay, because I don't even know if there is a way to, let's see, write config batch manage, clear console. I'm going to do clear console just to make things easier to read. But I think for the property, we're just going to take our is on ground, put that into the print, and then we'll do that. Let's just say on update. On update. So it's gonna be all we see in the console, but it'll be fine. So let's press play, get that going, and it's going to take a good second for it to load. Okay, there we go. So here is our game. Oop. So I'm on the ground here. Actually, it's not happening anymore, but we actually want to just pull up the console. So here's the console. Currently it is false, which is not what we want, but this is going to be kind of interesting. How am I going to keep this up? You'll just have to trust me. Let me put this over here, and I'm going to fall off the plane and see if it goes to true. It does not. So currently that is not going to work. Okay, let's try going and doing a... Oh, how are we gonna do that? It's on contact. Let's just get rid of this. Maybe that's just messing up. So it was false before. I want to see if this is actually doing anything. Oh, it's on begin. I need to maybe, yeah, on begin should be fine. So we're playing again, and let's see what our console is saying. And it's saying true. So the console says true, which should mean that I just need to figure out how to do it. How do you, so it's using hacks. How do you do a, okay, how do I invert it? But it's not going to be an invert. It's going to be an else. How am I doing an else? Need a else. So if on ground. Ah, man, I'm actually kind of lost here. How's that going? Okay, so we got logic, we got alternate, invert, loop break. Yeah, it is weird. Everything, like, the hardest part about learning Armory, especially as someone who used UPBGE for a long time, is just figuring out what the naming is, and then some things work differently. The newest version of UPBGE, they set where they're actually making a lot of the naming conventions the same as Armory, I think. Like, they're using gates and stuff like that, instead of just AND controllers. But yeah, it is kind of strange. Getting used to Armory is... I'm still trying to get used to it. Let's see. Logic, call function, function output, branch. Is it a branch? Oh, maybe we should try, maybe I just need to try doing a branch. Let's do that. So we'll take these nodes, move them over here. That, and we'll do a branch right here. So if true, if true, then I want to set my Boolean to true. And then if false, I want to set this value to false. And then we'll print it. So let's try that out and see if that will work. Okay. It's the moment of truth. Okay. Hey, look at that. My jump is still broken, but let's see what the... Where is it? There it is. Okay, it is currently on false. So if I play the game, fall off the plane, and it is still false. Why is this broken? Why is it not working? What's happening? True. Then jump. Okay, does the... Like the fact that UPBG game just started. 1 second, I'll read it in just a second. Okay, we're getting some jumps now. Let's read the console and see. Obviously I jumped twice, so the collision is not working the other way. Yep, it's just saying always true. So let me jump and see if that goes to false. Nope. Man. Oh, you know what? Here's another way we can do it. Trying so many different things. Instead of doing this and using the branch, we'll just use on contact begin and then on contact end. That's just not really a good way to do that though. Oh, anyways, let's read like the fact that UPBGE, if you know how stuff works, Blender, geonode, shading, vectors, etc., you have a good, and it is blocked by the emoji thing. You have a good head start with the logic nodes. Yeah, so basically if you know if you know a lot about Blender, their shading nodes, any kind of compositing, and you understand their node kind of framework and how all those work, getting into the actual logic nodes is pretty much the same. And a lot of the naming conventions are kind of easy to get to, easy to learn. I'm really bad at explaining stuff when I can't sit down and write it. But yeah, I actually think UPBGE, if the performance was better, it would be an amazing engine. I almost wish that you could use the legacy UPBGE with the updated logic nodes, just for that extra performance. But yeah, I am sure in the future, maybe someday, it'll be able to run much better. And another thing, like for UPBGE, I actually really like it, but the crashing, like I'll go through when I'm sitting down and working on a project, especially like an 8 hour long project session, I will probably get about 20 crashes, if not more, just trying to use it. And I'm not sure if it's just like my hardware, like it doesn't like my computer, but it happens, especially on my laptop. Like Blender crashing is just inevitable on my laptop. Yeah, and I'm not sure, like, I don't know, like 4.2, I've been using 4.2 a lot, and I think in some aspects the performance is better, but I think that stuff like LODs don't quite work, so trying to use those to get better performance doesn't work properly. I've never got it to work properly. And it crashes the game as well. And I didn't used to, so like it could also be because I was using Windows 11. I've had a ton of issues on Windows 11 that I didn't have on Windows 10. This computer that I'm streaming on is on Windows 10, so I don't think I will get nearly as many crashes. But yeah, Windows 11 just does not like UPBG. As far as my experience goes. Alrighty, what was I doing again? I had a jump mechanic working, but I can't remember how I did it. I guess I'll just cheat it for now, and we'll just use this. So I'll just do end, so when the character is no longer colliding, then it'll set it to false, and that'll be true if we are colliding. So let's try that out. It's a little bit more logic than I would like, but it should work. Okay, so we can jump, and we can only jump when we touch the ground. So that does work, but I don't really like it. I feel like it's a little bit too messy. But, yep. Only one jump per land. Awesome. Oh, you guys can't even see it. What am I doing? I'm a bad streamer. I'm so bad at streaming. So yeah, I only get one jump if I touch the ground. It might be interesting to add coyote time, but I think this will work for now, just as a basic character controller. Alrighty. What do I do now? We got a character controller. Should I make it first person? Any votes to add first person to the game? Or should it stay top down? I'm a top down guy, so that would be my answer. Bit, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. I am just trying to figure out what kind of game to make. We got a character controller, we can move around, but that's about it. If we do a top-down game, then I will do a follow cam and do a slow follow system. I believe I should know how to do that. I've done that quite a few times in Armory. Hopefully I'd be able to do it. Why not both? I guess I could do both. Maybe just do it all. Like make it so you can switch between top-down and first person. If we're gonna do that, then I guess we'll start with first person since it's a little bit more involved. I'm going to take this and Control J it. Yeah, like switching between cameras. So you could press F1 or F2 and it'll switch between the cameras. I think that'd be cool. Kind of like Minecraft. If you play Minecraft and you press F5 to switch modes. Let's play. Hello. Welcome to the welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think we will do that. I think we'll go for just all the camera. We'll try doing multiple camera types. I'm not entirely sure how to do a I think I might actually have to break out the code. Break out that code to do the third person controller with the camera collider in this, which I don't even know how to do. I don't know how to program hacks. But we might figure it out. That's how we learn. Anyways, okay. Let's go into our camera and select the player. That's not what I want to do. Select the player, and let's add. We need to add a object for our head, like so. There we go. And this will be our pivot point for the camera. Now I can select my camera, move it down there, and let's edit that rotation. Set that back to 0 and 0. Set that to 90. There we go. For now, okay, I think that'll work. That'll be fine. Let's see if I can actually see through this. I don't know if I can see through these objects. If the back face culling will be okay enough for... Obviously we'll have to make... Nope! It's two-sided. You can see it's two-sided. Or I might just be looking into the abyss. Let's make this a kind of blue color too. Make the surroundings a little bit nicer looking. There we go. It's a little too blue. Sure, I can make the music. Yeah, that's great. Let me make that quiet. In fact, let me just do it in here. Okay, how's that? I hope that's a little bit better. It's at -17. And if it needs to go lower, I can set it lower. Alrighty. Last time I checked, Armory wasn't getting any updates. There was a bug that caused the build to crash for Armory projects whenever they contained high-resolution textures. Yeah, so if you had 4K textures... Oh, thank you. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that that's working. So with Armory, there was an issue if you had anything like 4K, even 2K textures, I think. High-resolution textures like that, it would crash. My textures are usually quite a bit lower than that. I don't usually go past 1080p because I do texture atlases for cartooning games. So it's been fine for me, but doing HDRIs will crash, like you'll end up with errors and crashes from HDRIs. I've had a lot of issues with that. I think there's a temporary workaround, but like it has been a minute. Okay, yeah, so I believe there is a temporary, like, I can't even remember how to do it. It's been a while. But there are a few files that some people have edited. It's kind of a community thing where community members have fixed it. But I think you'd have to go onto the community Discord to figure that out. I have no idea how to do it at this point. And if you do go to their website, so let me pull this up actually. Let's just pull up Armory. Armory3D, there we go. And I'll pull this over here. There we go. So, okay, there we go. Move that down a little bit. What's the plan for the game making? I think it's going to evolve. I don't really have a solid plan currently for what kind of game I want to make. It's going to just be whatever. I think the consensus is that we're going to make a couple of different camera systems and be able to switch between them. Minecraft style, so third person or top down and first person. Am I actually going to make a game that you can play? Well, whatever we make on stream, it's probably going to be a multi-stream process because it's already getting late for me, so I'm 6 o'clock because then I got to take care of animals. But, I think it would be fun. Yeah, let's go and try to make a project that I will be able to post on itch and then you'll be able to play it. I have no idea if it's going to be any good or how long it's going to take to make. But yeah, I think we'll do that. So I actually forgot why I pulled up Armory in the first place. Why did I pull that up? Oh, I forgot why I did that. But let's make this cube. We're going to turn off render so it doesn't render. Yes, I have animals that I have to take care of. Like, I gotta feed them and make sure that they are happy and all that stuff. The horses are already taken care of, so I don't have to worry about that. I took care of that before stream, which is pretty nice. There's a lot of delay on the stream. Maybe I should fix that. And it might be something that, like, any feedback for what's wrong with the stream. This is the first time I've streamed in a long time. So if there is, obviously there's a delay. So in fact, it's probably like a 3-second delay. I think that might be default. I don't even know if I can fix that right now. Let's see. I might have to fix it for the next stream. But yeah, let me actually just pull up a notepad because let's fix the stream as we go. New text document. We'll call it Fix Your Stream. There we go. So here's the text document and we'll bring that up in Notepad. There we go. And we'll say Fix Stream Delay. There we go. That's probably not how you spell that, but I can't spell. Okay, oh, that's not what I wanted. It's like a 20-second delay, really? Oh my goodness. 20-second delay for the comments. That should not be happening. Let's see. And that's not what I wanted either. Why is... Okay. Description, that's not what I want. Browser. So I'm using Streamlabs. This is the first time I've used it, so there's definitely gonna be issues. 20-second delay on that's dumb. Can I change that from here? Okay, hide delay, chat delay. Chat delay is set to 0. Hide delay. If I set that to 0, is that gonna be... That could be fine. Okay, so maybe I don't know. There might just be an issue. I have no idea why the chat is delayed that far. I did make a change, so we'll see if that helps. Hopefully it does. But maybe, like, it might be. Okay. We're gonna have to ride with it. Hopefully that doesn't make the stream less watchable, though. It's kind of annoying. Okay, let's get back. Let's do the thing. Alrighty. I'm going to parent this camera to this object here. Keep transform. So this is going to be our head, and let's just call it that. So F2, and we'll call this player underscore head. There we go. We got the player camera, and then this is going to be parented to the player. Object transform. And we will call this player. There we go. Ugh, flies. Okay, I'll have to change it. Man, that's kind of loserly. I will admit, the chat delay being that way, which is weird because there was no chat, like it's set to 0 seconds, so there shouldn't be any artificial chat delay. What you have to do is when you're creating the broadcast, you have to set the delay to ultra low. Ultra low. So is that for Streamlabs or is that for, what is that for? Because I haven't seen that option in there when I was looking through it. Set the delay. And I gotta figure it out. You know what? I'll just have to watch. I have to do tutorials. I have to learn. Okay. And let's make it so we can look around here. OBS. Okay, yeah. I used to stream in OBS, but I couldn't get the chat overlay working, so that's why I chose to use this. Yeah, I always use OBS. This is the first time I'm not using it. I'm not sure how the stream shouldn't have any delay, but the chat seems to have it. Yeah, I also have, my internet is really terrible, so you might just be experiencing my poor internet quality. Yes, you can stream with OBS. That's what I used to do all my old streams with, was with OBS. But there was no camera and there was no overlay chat. And maybe the chat overlay isn't necessary, but I thought it was kind of nice to have. Just so everybody can see what's happening there, but yeah. Want proof? What kind? Yeah, sure. Watch your stream. I don't know if I watch you. Yeah. I'll check it out later. I'll have to check it out later here. And I will. This is 100% a test, and I'm not trying to be anything super serious at the moment, but no worries. Alrighty. One of these days, I'm going to get this character working, I'm terrible at talking and working at the same time. Okay, what are we doing? We need to make our character look around. So is it called look on here? I think something I changed actually did help it, because the chat seems to be popping in a little bit faster now. So hopefully it helped a little bit. What is it called? Is it called look? Or am I going crazy? Look at, that's not it. Or is it called camera? Is it in camera? Set camera? No. Oh, I don't know. So we need to get the mouse cursor location, get mouse. Oh my goodness, I have no idea. Oh, what's it called? Is it movement? Get mouse, okay, I need to get mouse movement. Yeah, that's gonna give us our X and Y for that. Now I need to so how am I going to rotate? So let's get a rotation. Rotation. There we go. Separate rotation between, is it just rotation? Nope, this is gonna be terrible. I might not remember. I might actually not remember how to do this. On a normal game engine like Unity, I would change the transform of the object to player Y and player X, but on the Z axis would be something like 10, that would be top-down view. Yeah, since Z is up and down, so it'd have to be Z for up and down. Normal game. Change the transform object to player Y and player X. Yeah. I don't know. And top-down view. That'd be the top-down. You know what? I think we're gonna start with top-down, because I will be honest, I totally forgot how to. I forgot how to do that. I'm going to have to relearn off camera. So let's just do top-down and get that out of the way, because I know how to do that. Yeah, rotation would have to change also. That is like for doing the rotation, I have to actually. I don't think there is a node that just does camera rotation, so I'm gonna have to actually do a rotation vector, like a quaternion or something. Okay. Let's just do top down, and we'll do kind of a Zelda top down, I think. So we'll do something like this. We'll go a little bit higher. Not Diablo. So yeah, let's do that. Okay. I think that'll be enough. And let me know if the camera needs to be zoomed in more. How close you want it. This is kind of a community game, I think. We'll just we'll do top down, Zelda style. I think that'll be okay for current. I'm going to do a slow follow system, so I'm not going to parent the camera directly to the player. Instead, I'm going to add this cube here. This is going to be a slow follow. Let's get rid of that, and we'll just come down here. And I just want to tween. We want to tween the vector. And we want to grab a position. Oops. We need object position. Object. Is it object location? Oh, it's called location on here. Okay. Get object location. Can the villain be a mushroom? It could possibly be a mushroom. Does Armory have to look? Is so. Wait a minute, I can read it from here. Does Armory have to look? Why can I not read? I'm wearing glasses and I still can't see the screen. That's how blind I am. Let's see. Does Armory have the look node like UPBG? It does not. So Armory does not have a look node, which would make it a lot easier if it did, but we do not have that to work with. So you actually have to calculate the rotation using vectors. And that's why I'm going to save it for later. I did have a project where I had it fixed and working, but I think I'm going to have to go look up an old tutorial to figure it out. Again, because I haven't done it in probably almost a year now. But let's do these. We're going to duplicate the get location. And I want to... I'm going to grab the location from this object to the player object, so I can leave that empty. So we'll grab that. Oh, wait, no. Wait a minute, so... Can the hero be a ball and the enemies be bats? So you have to dodge the bats. That's an interesting idea. We could do like, how would that work? Would it be like a physics game, or would it just be like you're on a plane and then the character, you're just moving and then you're dodging the bats that are like spinning around? Or would it be like a physics game, like where you would actually calculate the amount of force that you want and then it would throw it and then you had to dodge, like you could move it kind of like a plus shape, and then the deals would be spinning and you have to like go through it. Sounds like a dumb idea, I think. That's another way you could do it. My idea is dumb, not yours, by the way. Yes. Which one of these options? Yes. Physics. Okay, yeah, physics. I think that'd be cooler. Let's save that project for another stream though, since we already have this this system going. And then we will probably we'll be working on multiple projects. I can't work on one project for too long because I run into huge burnout. I just can't work on the same thing over and over. That's too hard, then go with the other thing. Okay, yeah, I think I think the physics idea would be the most fun, and I think that wouldn't actually be that hard to do. But yeah, both could work. I think both could work well. Maybe you could get power-ups and then you could change your speed. Maybe it'd be like you're trying to get the farthest distance. I think it'd be like a high score kind of game. And that's kind of what you do with that. Okay, let's see if I actually remember how to do this. We want this to happen on update. I want to try to keep some of my things from not being on update too much because we don't want to run everything on every frame. Good. All right. Alrighty, that sounds good. So on update here, you're on a pool table. Yeah, I think having a few I think that's what we'll do. So maybe I'll have to build a schedule. So maybe we'll work on different projects on different days. So in the beginning of the week, it could be one project, and then kind of toward like in the middle of the week, it'd be a different project. Maybe we'd do like 3 projects a week. So that would give, well, would that give enough? So it'd be Monday, Tuesday. So that'd be 1 project. You need to get another. Having a few projects. Okay. You need to get the other side. Okay. And there'll be boosts. Oh, okay. So yeah, you're like on one side and you have to get to the other side. Yeah, and then you're just dodging the in-between. Maybe we could have like a catcher, so there's a guy who's actually catching. It'd be like a baseball game. So you're like one guy throws the baseball, and then it's like going through all these bat obstacles, and then there's the speed and control. And yes, Armory has a logic editor. So that's what I'm using right now. So you can see, so Armory, I'm using Armory and it has a logic editor. The logic is different than UPBG, just to be aware. Yeah. I think that'd actually be a cool game idea. Well, let's get out the notepad again. So let's do this. Fixing stream delay will be on the list for fix the stream thing. Let's go down here and add some stuff. And we'll call this ball game. Ball game. And let's just add those kind of points that we were doing. So it's going to be physics-based, physics gameplay. And we'll put a dash in there. There we go. And then we also want dodge bats. I don't think that's how you spell that. Is it dodge? Maybe, I think so. So speed with, okay. You know what? I probably need to change the chat color because, there we go. Oh, no, I'm breaking it. Guys, I'm breaking everything. Can't even see chat there because this is a white background. Maybe I should do like a semi-darkness back here. So speed will make you go fast, and control will make it easier to control. Yeah, so you'd actually be able to control it as so you'd be able to, should you be able to change speed mid-flight? Or should it just be like you calculate speed and then that's your speed? But yeah, you could do like a boost, like you press spacebar or something, and it would activate a boost. Dodge bats, and then we'll do player. Oh yeah, okay, that would work. So instead of dodging bats, we'll dodge mitts. And then player gets speed by touching bats or getting hit by bats. Getting hit by bats for not gnats. I'm typing over my microphone, so I'm like typing like this. It's incredibly difficult. A bad game where maybe the player can turn into a bat and then be like a vampire. I would like that. Okay, that's another idea. We'll add that to the project list too. Or what would the mechanics be? So you can turn into a bat and then into a vampire. So what would be the objective of the game if you were doing that? Add that to the list of the ideas. Okay. So we got ball game. We'll put our colon there. So we got ball game. Let's make a vampire game. And a speedrunning timer. This is just gonna be I can't even remember what I was gonna say. I just totally forgot it. This is gonna be an epic game though. Epic games. Just ideas. Okay, so we'll do a speedrunning timer here, so maybe we'll do like, yeah. So speed running timer. There we go. Vampire game, you are the player. Welcome to the stream. I'll just call you Will. Welcome to the stream. Like Flappy Birds. The victims that you try to hurt and get you away from them. Try to hurt you and get away from them. Whoever you are. Everybody say hi. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, maybe you're trying to it's kind of a weird game idea. You're trying to assault people and take their blood. I guess that's what vampires do, right? Let's say the player has to... Oh, here's an idea. So the player has to... you have to get you have like a blood level, and that's going to be constantly depleting. And you have to get somebody and then drain them of their blood. to keep your blood level up so that you can survive. And then it'll be like you have to keep dodging the sunlight, so you have to stay in the shadows. That might be a cool idea. Converting to ABB from the Play Store. What do you mean by that? I actually have no idea what that means. Armory already converting to ABB from the Play Store. I got no idea. Oh man, I am so dehydrated. The critters are trying to get into the room, and I think they're succeeding. Is it time to? Well, that might be it. I think the cats have decided when the stream is gonna end. Okay, well, hello, you made it in. Okay. I will be right back. That's awesome. I guess you can say hello to Newt. Newt has made it into the room, even though I've blocked it off for that reason, but hello. You gonna say hi? Oh, I know, it's time to get food. Vampire could work for the bank. Ball game has a leaderboard. Scored Flappy Bird. I know you want to get on the tape. I know you want to get on my desk and you want to knock over my stuff and step on the keyboard. Say hello to Newt. Okay, I'm going to go and take care of Newt for a second and get this little girl fed. I'll be right back. I can't take my music with me. Oh. Ready. Well, that was interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, you got a kitten a few weeks ago? Nice. Very nice. Oh, let's see. I gotta catch up now. Where's the booze? This is a family-friendly channel. There is no booze here. Thank you. Yeah, it's all, the wood finish on the walls, it's pretty much just rough board. I wouldn't recommend rubbing your hand on it or anything. You might get some splinters, but I like it. I've spent more, let's see. Almost forgot what we're doing. Unfortunately, I guess you guys can't see it. The ceiling is not covered. It's just plastic right now. And it probably will stay that way for a long time. Cat invaders. Maybe you're trying to, like, the cats are like trying to get into your room, and then I don't know. How would you think a cat game where cats are just trying to get in, and how would that even work? No idea. Cat invaders. We'll add it to the list though. That's a great idea. Cat invaders. There we go. To be determined. Player has to gain blood by attacking. We'll say attacking villagers. There we go. It's always villagers. The vampires love the villagers. Whew, man, I am exhausted. Who knew that talking would be so exhausting? Players to gain blood by attacking villagers. Getting... Oh, and then you could turn into a bat to be undetectable, so people wouldn't know you're a vampire. Bat mode to sneak around. There we go. Do something like that. Take the blood and give it to the poor. The vampires are running a blood bank. It's a secret underground blood bank because the rich are taking all the blood. I don't know how that... Is it like a vampire society where there's like poor vampires who just have no blood and they're turning into... what do they turn into? I know there's like some lore behind that. Why can I not read that? I can't read anything. Let's make this document a little bit smaller so chat isn't getting covered. Then you can use the balls of wool for them to follow. They turn into dust. So they just turn into dust when they run out of blood, like they haven't had blood for a while? I'm actually curious about this. Let's look up some vampire lore here. Not that window. Not that window. Which window is the right window? Just open that up. Move this over here. What happens to vampires that don't drink blood for a long time? Immortal vampires and hybrids need to drink blood to function. If vampiric being cannot feed on blood for an extended period of time, they will weaken to the point of desiccation, which is essentially turning them into a statue-like state until someone else feeds them. So they just petrify themselves. They just get petrified. Or turn into dust. I guess both versions could be good. Yeah. I think they dry up and they don't have blood. Yeah, I think they either just turn, like, some of them turn to dust, some of them, they, like, petrify and just, like, turn into a statue. But yeah, that's kind of the lore. Help you, or, man, please help me with car physics. I'm bad at it. I'm terrible at car physics, too. I tried car physics once, and it was bad. But maybe I should try doing that. Oh, dry up. It's just... it's kind of a funny image. It's just like a piece of beef jerky, you know? So, I don't know how that would work for gameplay. Like, they dry it, like you would dry up. I guess you would just, that'd be the end of the game. Like, you just die at that point. So we could say... You know, I think the dust idea is more visually like it'll pop. Like, your character just... Yeah, so let's do, we'll do if player runs out of blood. Vampire jerky. How well do you think that would sell at your Cenex? Or not Cenex, that's a local brand. I just outed myself. What's a gas station? 7-Eleven? Local 7-Eleven? Beef jerky? Vampire jerky? Vampire balloon. The second character must moisten. That's terrible. That's so weird. Moist you up. That should be the name of the game. Moist you up. That's a great title. I'm sure no one would know what that meant. Runs out of blood, you poof into dust. We'll do that. Bat mode to sneak around. We'll say possible co-op. And we'll put a dash in the middle of that because otherwise it's just coop. So we'll do co-op. Question mark. There we go. You know what? That's something I've always wanted to do, is making a multiplayer game or co-op game. Something you can play with your friends. But there are going to be a lot of questions about it though. You're right, there would be. Quite a few questions. And we won't answer them. It'll be silent. And no, I do not want antivirus protection. Not right now, at least. Are you going to give us a tutorial on vehicles? I have tried to put away tutorials for the current time, the time being. I just don't feel like making them. I'll be totally honest. I just don't really feel like making tutorials. It is possible that we may make a game that involves cars. So maybe I'll put that on the list. Car game. Racing game or something. Car game. We'll give it a new title at some point. So maybe during the live streams it could be kind of a tutorial, or you could learn from those. It is a huge undertaking. Multiplayer is quite an undertaking. It is possible though, and I would love to learn how to do it. I think that'd be awesome. At least co-op. I think co-op would be more doable. Like an MMO would not be doable. I don't think I would be able to do that. Not by myself. Yeah, no problem. Now that we know that there's a delay on the comments, I wonder how long it actually takes them to come in and then I'm reading them. Is there like that big of a delay where I'm answering super late? Hope not. Okay, what else do we add? Cat invaders still needs to be determined. Or should we get back to working on our current game? I don't even know what we're making. Same screen co-op should be easier. Not networking. Yeah, networking stuff is tough. There are... Actually, I'm curious. Does this still have... I would definitely want to probably network. So, close connection, create client. There is some network stuff in Armory with the nodes. I'd be curious to see how functional they are. I've never seen any projects that are actually multiplayer in Armory, so I don't even know if they work. But I think that would be cool. Split screen, I think, would be easier, definitely. Or doing Lego game style, where if you've ever played a Lego game and you have two people, and then you get far apart, the camera just zooms out to a certain point. That could also be another way you do it. And I have actually done that, making the Lego game style. I didn't finish it though. It still had some bugs. What am I doing? Okay, we're doing this. Set location, set object location. And yes, Armory can make a website game. So you can make HTML5 games with Armory. And I think I actually made a project for a game jam a while back using Armory. Using the webs, you can build a website kind of deal, or HTML5 game. Cause on itch, if you want a little secret, if you want people to, or get more reviews, if you have an itch game that you want to make for a game jam, doing an HTML game is the best way to get people to play it. A lot of people, I found out, don't want to download your game on itch. Every single EXE game that I've ever posted to a game jam got like 2 reviews. There's only like 2 people that'll actually look at it. But when I did a HTML game, and I was using Unity at the time for it, it got a lot more people looking at it. So that is definitely a reason to use a HTML exporter. And you can do it here if you come down to these settings. Let's see. You have to make a render path for it. I gotta remember how to do that too. Did I tell you I'm bad at Armory? I don't actually know how, I'm just kind of winging it. Doing everything, just trying to figure it out. Alrighty. Eventually, okay, I think we'll do it on tick. I think that's what we're gonna do, and then the location from to value there, and then cube. Set the position of cube. Alrighty, let's see if that'll even do anything. Oh, but first, let's go into the camera and parent the camera to this object. So, hopefully, we'll have a slow parent, but I doubt it'll work the first time. Let's see if anything even happens. Ooh. Oh, it's very blue. We are very blue. I can't hardly even see. Ah, it's working. Let me change the background color because you can't even see what's happening. And then, okay. Oh, good night. Have a good night. I'm probably gonna be heading off myself here pretty soon, but take care. Okay, let's see. I fixed that. Let's see what see if that's easier to look at. There we go. So you can see the camera has a slow follow now. We have a little ghost behind us. And then the camera will come straight to the player. Like that. And you can change the speed of it. So the duration is currently 1. We could do something like 0.3 and see what that does. It might be a little bit less. And this would just determine like how fast you want to go. Let's see, it's gonna pop up over here. So now, yeah, that's a little bit more reasonable. Now, that's probably something we don't want to happen. Like it does follow us on the z-axis. So I don't think we want that to happen. Let's close that, and we want to just take our value here. And let's get a vector. Like so. Oh, but we also want a... What is that called? There's another. Is it... Vector? Mixed vector? Is that it? No, that's not it. Vector. Vector math, vector array, tween, vector clamp, vector random. How do I actually don't remember. Okay, let's see. How are we going to get the data value vector? Oh, what's the definition of madness? Doing the same thing over and over again and never getting the right answer? Let's see. I think maybe, is there a vector tab here? Matrix math. Mix tween. Transform. And transform. Well, this is awesome. Why do I not remember this? Vector. I know it is a vector something. Mixed vector. Green vector, vector clamp. How do I, so I need a vector input that converts, oh, is it a split? How do you do that? Any split. So in this game, can you be a block that tries to fit through the hole? Maybe you could have different shape blocks, and then so like you have L shape, and you have to get through like you could change your shape on the fly. That might be cool. Or yeah, it'd be trying to fit through a hole. That'd be interesting. I'm not entirely sure what's gonna happen with this game though. This is kind of the Hello World project. This is kind of whatever happens happens. Yeah, I think that'd be a cool idea. Okay, I am going to try to event scene object. What am I missing? I am lost. Separate XYZ. That's what it's called. Okay. Man, that took a long time to figure out. So I just want the X and the Y for our location. Now when we press play, that will make it so the camera won't follow, so we'll be able to jump and the camera won't jump with us. There we go. Man, we got some hang time with that jump. It's kind of floaty. Well, it looks like we might have to tweak... Oh, hey, you guys can't even see it. Man, again, awesome streamer. So, now it's kind of stuck right there. There we go. So, the floatiness of the character is definitely not ideal. But for now, let's just call this Control J. And we will name this to camera follow. Follow? Camera follow. Okay. So we got camera follow, and now I don't know. What else do we need? Our character. Okay, gravity. Let's just adjust the gravity setting for our character. See if that is a node in here. Get world, set world gravity. Can I set the gravity of an object though? So we can set the gravity, but maybe let's go physics tab, gravity. It is currently 9, looks like 9 meters a second squared. Let's set this to -20. It's gonna be aggressive. See what that does. Okay. Alright, so the jump is definitely a lot lower. But that is definitely looking a little bit better. Okay, let's. Oh, you guys. There you guys. So you guys can actually see what I'm doing. So the jump is a lot lower, but it's falling a lot faster, so that's good. It's a little more natural. Now, wouldn't it be awesome if we did some character animations? Maybe that's for a different stream, because that'll take hours. But right now we got a player moving with a dynamic. We got a player moving with a follow camera. Pretty awesome. I think so. Alrighty. Well, it is 6 o'clock now, so I think that's my time. Let's take a look at the notepad before I go here, though. Well, I guess Newt wants in again. Alright, so take a look at the notepad here for a second. We got the vampire game and cat invaders, which I'll probably add a few things here off stream and see what I can add to that. I think that'll be cool. And if player runs out of blood, we'll do the vampire. I think the vampire game we'll do next. I think, let's see, what day is it actually? Maybe we'll get a schedule going. Okay, it is the 26th, so Tuesday and Wednesday. I think we'll do vampire game Tuesday and Wednesday. There we go. Oh, thanks for the help. Okay. Oh. Oh, you are not helping my case. Yep, walk on the keyboard. Say hello. Okay. Alright. Come on. Alright, so I think that's going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to go and, I don't know, do things. Thank you all for watching. It's been great getting back on here, and we will do some more streams. And I'm hoping to do one at least every day at some point, probably the same time, in the afternoon to evening for me. So I'll probably be jumping on around 3 p.m. and that is going to be the mountain time. Okay. Oh. Come over here. Alrighty. Thank you all for watching, and I will probably see you tomorrow.